Okay, hi guys. This is week 11, I think. And I'm going to talk about cookies. They are not present in these lecture slides, so we will use these tutorials from tutorials point. And this is a small explanation, and by the way of our flow of our lecture, I will explain these parts. So first of all, cookies are simple small files data that are sent to client with a server request and stored on the client side. Small files data. So actually on your computer we have some data which is stored on your browser, and for every website we have different cookies. You can see them by clicking this part, inspect, and application. Okay, so this is the in application you find the cookies, and you see these points: tutorials point, delivery, ad recover, Google Ads, GAM criteria. So this is all cookies that are put by this tutorials point site. Actually, only one of them is tutorials point, but others also they use it. So when we use them, the following are numerous uses of HTTP cookies: session management, personalization, and user tracking. So what does it mean? Session management, it means that we'll see session a bit later. Personalization, so for example, you have website, and for example, it can store what you have bought. Sorry. What, for example, you want to make you want to store what you have bought, and where you can save. You cannot, maybe you can save it in database, but maybe you are not authenticated, so you have to you cannot store it in database, because database will not know who is actually storing this thing. Or for example, you want to select what will be the background of your page, or what will be the font colors or the language. So the solution may be cookies. What is cookies? Cookies are stored in your browser. So they are stored in browser. They are not stored in server. And every time, reading from this part, every time the user loads the website back, this cookie is sent with the request. This helps us to keep track of the user sections. So every time when you go to website, it sends cookie with it, and you can reassign cookie on browser and on server, on two places. And if you store the cookie, everybody who has access to your browser has access to your cookie. To use cookies with Express, we need the cookie parser middleware. To install it, we use the following code. So you'll run it in console, npm install save cookie parser. I have already made it. It starts from these very simple things, like you declare the cookie parser, and then make require cookie parser, and you should use this one, app use cookie parser. So what does it mean? It is, you haven't seen it before, so it is used in middleware. What does it mean? It means that before this command, it will call this cookie parser. So you will not touch cookie parser. It will do it by itself. So it does some work for you. And let me show the code. Okay, server cookie. So we write something like this: var express require express all as before. Then up express cookie parser require cookie parser, and then use cookie parser. What does it mean? It means that when you go to this page, it will also call this method cookie parser. So this is called middleware, and it will call cookie parser, and this will be performed. Then you write function require result, and then it will. So this the very simple things, and then you can assign it by using this result. cookie name express. So it means that its value will be, its name is name and the value express. So first of all, let me do something like this. I will delete this one. So I can delete these things. You can delete all of this. Ah, okay, they are even. So let me delete all of them. So they are from different applications. I delete it. Okay. Now I go to web page. I must I stop the comment and then I say not server cookies. Sorry. Okay, so it's npm init. Okay. Oh, so sorry. Problem was this S, which didn't work, and now it is working. I pressed this one. It said cookie sets, and immediately we see this one name express. So the value of the name of this cookie is name, and the value express. And also, let's see what does it say in console. In the beginning, it is null. There is nothing inside of it. But if I refresh it, the second time it is already set as a cookie, and what we see, it say now it has some variable name express, so we can do some very basic thing. For example, let's set. So again, I delete this one and say, for example, color green, and this is the result. So how it does returns. So we can say, for example, body hello world. And let's say, okay. let's send and then say res cookie. Here we'll say okay, this is not JavaScript. So I say let color. So I can say that res cookie request cookies. We take request cookies and we need it as a color. So let's say something like this. If it is not some variable, we'll say color will be white. And in the end, we make something like this. Say background color. Okay, background color, I think. And here I write color. So what does it mean? It means that it will take the value of background color, and when you if it is not defined, it will be white, but when it is defined, it will be like the color of cookie. So okay. So by default, in the first thing, it will put it as green. So if it is not in the cookie, it will be put green, but it will be put next time. So we do not have any cookies. Okay, so actually it's okay. But now when I refresh it again. Okay, so the problem, I didn't restart. Okay. Hello world. Let's see how does it look like. It says background color white, but color now is green. I press F5, but so we have some problem. Background. Okay, so I forgot this part, but background color. Okay, actually we can do it as something like this. We can say style, background color, and put it here. And then we need to close it. Okay, I would not this use this one and this, and let's restart it. So if I remove this one, first it is white because there was no like cookie, but at the same time we already loaded this cookie. So but next time it will be always green. Server cookie. Now so this was part about cookies. Cookies actually has okay, so you can actually also check these cookies in console. So you can write here code. For example, you can say console. So you can also access it from front end. So you see it says name express color green. You will have to parse it because it stores like this. So you have to remove this semicolon. But one problem more. Actually, here you will see that application. It expires max age says session. Session means it will be deleted after I close the browser, which is not useful most of times. For example, if you are using using it as a basket, so you can put the time. So the time is something like this. You can say expire 360,000 seconds. It's okay. It's milliseconds. And plus date now, for example. What does it mean? It means that you'll add to this time this much amount of time. So it is like you can I can set it like, let's make it like this. Okay, we have to delete it because I think okay, sorry, but it doesn't change it. Maybe if I change it to not color but of color, how does it work? What does it mean actually? Expire. Okay, or something like this, res cookie. So actually I am correct. So I don't know the problem, but maybe it's not very important now, but actually this should work, like expire you write expire time, and then it will work till this time. Maybe I will find the solution for this. So if you want to clear cookie, you can write clear cookie full, so it will delete it by itself, and it will display it to you. So actually you should have this one. You cannot make result cookie, but you also have to use this send, because without send it will not send the result. So summarizing, this is the important topic, cookie. Most of websites use cookies because they use authentication or something like this. So in most of times authentication is not made without cookies. Of course, some of you may say we need sessions for this, but actually sessions also use cookies. And the next video I will talk about sessions. And cookies is something that helps to communicate with server, because actually server doesn't know about you anything. So you or any other person is same for server, because we cannot use IP for understanding who are you, because the same IP can use many different people. So for example, when you go to any website and your friend goes from the same university, for example, they will use same IP. The IP which will use will be same. So because of this, we cannot use IP address to identify user, and the only way to identify user is cookies or sessions, which are actually cookies, but which are stores data in server, not in browser.